Hi, have you seen PMBOK 6th edition book? Here we go. It's a PMBOK Guide 6th edition. Right. It's a quite bulky book. It's about 800 pages. Quite a lot of things have changed. PMBOK 6th edition is more friendly now. It includes agile concepts, tailorable, which means you can change or adapt PMBOK 6th edition concept to fit your particular project. And it's more friendly. The terminologies are changed from controlling to monitoring, right? And there is another book which is coming as a complementary publication called as Agile Practice Guide. And this is really good. It's about 180 pages. It talks about how to use or adapt agile concepts in a project management practice. The PMP exam from 26th of March is going to be based on these books. Right, and how to pass the exam. What's the best way to pass this new pattern exam? My name is Ashok. I've been a project manager for more than 15 years and training PMP aspirants across the globe for more than 6 years, working with Skillogic. And this video, I'm going to focus on my tips basically to pass PMP exam from my experience, and also talk about Skillogic PMP in first attempt. There are about 5 things I learned by teaching and mentoring PMP aspirants. Number 1, PMP exam is not difficult. There are a lot of people think it's very difficult. It's exhaustive, which means the syllabus is quite big. You have to study a lot of things, remember a lot of things, but it's not difficult. Right? That's the first important thing. Second, there are no shortcuts. We keep getting inquiries saying that, can we complete, do you have a PMP crash course? Well, we could actually complete the syllabus faster and you can dump a lot of things in your brain, but that doesn't work, because at the end of the day, PMP exam is based on the applied knowledge of PMBOK, which means that you have to read, digest and practice, right? And then you can attempt the exam more confidently and pass the exam. So there are no shortcuts. It's going to take its time. Typically, we say about 1.5 to 2 months is a good time. It's a minimum time to actually crack PMP exam in a very first attempt. And number 3, discipline. It's about consistent learning. You cannot read PMP on spending 10 hours a day and finish the exam in 15 days. Yeah, there are exceptions. There are brilliant people who can do that. But on an average, PMP exam takes time and it requires a discipline, a consistent, steady approach. Right, so we say 2 to 3 hours a day study for 30 days is really good for mastering PMP exam. Number 4, you would have heard about you have to really memorize the entire PMBOK. This book, memorizing, really, that's not possible. I mean, many people try to memorize the entire book or bits and parts of it so that they think that's the only way to pass the PMP exam, but that's wrong. Right? The best way to actually learn is to understand what is the rationale behind each concept, but not memorizing. There are of course certain formulas and things you need to capture. We have a cheat sheet or a sheet you need to memorize. That's like a couple of pages, that's all, not the entire book. You're not going to remember 800 pages, right? So that's one of the pitfalls where many people waste a lot of time memorizing the stuff, but it's more about learning how these concepts and why it is there, rather than trying to memorize each and every, we call it as input tools and techniques. I don't suggest you to memorize it. It's a lot of work and it's not effective. Number 5, exam strategy. It's equally important to understand how to give the exam, right? There are many ways, like how you manage your time. Some people are more comfortable doing the easy questions first and then come back and revisit for the difficult questions. How do you allocate the time? First 50 question this much time, and second this question, another 45 minutes or so. And there is also other things like, if you don't know the answer, guess it in the first go, or you come back and guess it again. There are many ways you can answer the exam. And let me tell you, there is no one strategy for everyone. It really depends on person to person, right? We at Skillogic, we really focus on exam strategy on an individual basis. There are certain things which is common to most of the people, but there are certain things which can be tailored or which can be customized for individual person. The exam strategy has to be worked out very well. This is where you get another extra 5 to 10% marks, which makes all the difference. PMP in first attempt. This program is a 3-phase program. Phase 1, we call it as classroom training phase. This is a full-time classroom training for 4 days. Typically in India, we do weekends, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days, which is very comfortable for most of the working employees. And this 4 days, entire PMBOK syllabus, we go through each and every point of this PMBOK syllabus, and we cover the entire syllabus, and along with the new pattern of 6th edition with the Agile practice guide will be covered in this 4 days. It's a bit challenging to actually learn everything in first go, but the idea behind the first phase of phase 1 of 4 days classroom training to make you aware of the entire width of the PMBOK syllabus and put in your brain the key concepts and make you prepare for further studies. Then comes the phase 2. Phase 2 is about self-study. Self-study is you have to spend 2 to 3 hours a day for 30 days. We have a study plan. We call it a 30-day study plan for PMP in first attempt program. Right? It has very clearly mentioned what should be covered in the day 1, day 2, etc. And you have to really stick to that schedule and complete it. While you're doing the self-study, we have 1 to 2 hours every week, typically on Saturdays from 8 to 9 or 8 to 10 in the evening. We call it as question and answer session. It's typically online. You can log in from your place and ask questions. Even if you don't prepare for that week, don't have any questions, just logging into the Q&A session will help you to understand the others' question, which is equally valuable because learning from others' doubts is valuable. So we really suggest to log into this 1 hour session or 2 hour session on a weekly basis. So this goes on. Some people take 1 month, some people take 2 months. This goes on till you complete your self-study. Once you are comfortable and completed your self-study of the entire PMBOK syllabus, then comes the phase 3. Phase 3 is again classroom training, 1 full day classroom training, which is revising the syllabus from an exam point of view. So this 1 day, we are not going to touch the entire PMBOK. We're going to touch the syllabus which is frequently or the topics which you actually get in your exam. This 1 day also talks about exam strategy, right? This we call it as revision and exam strategy, and this can be taken any number of times for the participants who have enrolled for PMP in first attempt. So most of the people take 2 to 3 times before they clear the PMP in first attempt. The people who enroll for the candidates who enroll for the PMP in first attempt, gone through these phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, as we have structured it, has about 95% pass rate in first attempt, which is very good, given that the global rate of pass rate of PMP is about 60 to 63%, right? 95% is really exceptional. And if you're not comfortable, you can keep on attending this revision session till you are comfortable. So this package is really flexible and tailored, and this really focused on keeping you on track, right? One of the major problem or the most challenging issue with the PMP preparation is you lose the track easily. You attend this whatever 4 days of training, and then you're all busy because you already are a project manager. That's one of the prerequisites of PMP. It's very difficult to focus on a daily basis. It's like you're going for your gym or exercise. You start something, you go for 5 days, and then you get a little break, and then it just keeps on, you never resume. And maybe after 3 months, you again say, oops, I need to go to gym again, and then few days, and again you get a break. Very similar. PMP preparation is tough because it's about consistency. You easily get off track because we are all busy people, and getting back on roll is really difficult. To handle this issue, we have this 1 week, every week, this question and answer session. If you just attend this online session, even if you haven't studied that week, you get that momentum again. You see that many of your colleagues or your classmates were doing it, or the batchmates were doing it, and you also get a curiosity of answering certain questions which has been asked by some other participants in that Q&A session, that actually triggers your appetite to restart your preparation, right? That's a key difference for this program and the other programs in the market. Okay. All right. So that's all about PMP. Few tips which are from my experience, and PMBOK 6 guide and PMP in first attempt Skillogic program. Hope this video is helpful. If you have any further about PMP exam or related, you can drop a mail to ashok@skillogic.com. You can also call a number which is given in the description, and drop a mail to enquiry@skillogic.com. I wish you the very best in your PMP exam preparation, and thanks for watching.